everyone, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. For today's video, we are playing with my oldest makeup. So I saw that Shan XO did this and I think she copied someone else, but that's who I saw it from. So I will link her channel and her video down below, but I'm so excited to be doing this. So yeah, we're gonna have fun today and I'm really excited to dive into my oldest makeup. So the first thing that I'm starting off with is my Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer. This is so old, the lettering is like not even on there anymore. I was trying to think of when I picked this up. I think it was back in like 2017. I'm trying to squeeze it out, but look at this. Ah! No, this is not empty. I know it's not. Okay, there we go. I was a really big fan of this for a very long time. I don't know if I'm still a fan of it. To be honest, I haven't used it in a while, but I mean, based off of how much is gone, I would say that I really liked it. I'm pretty sure this is the primer I wore on my wedding day a little over a year ago. So yeah, fun fact. All right, now that the primer's on, the foundation that I'll be using is my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is the first foundation that I picked up back in 2017. Okay, I need to do like a little backstory here. In high school, I had acne, so I actually wore a Laura Geller concealer as foundation. It was like just in the shade Light. No idea if the undertone was right or anything like that. I was obsessed with makeup, but when it came to my skin, I was just worried about covering up acne. And then my skin became clear. I kind of stepped away from makeup a little bit because I was also living in a very like if I wore a full face, I stood out like a sore thumb. So I kind of started embracing like natural beauty for a little bit there. And then in 2017, I just like took a huge dive back into makeup. So because I was wearing concealer in high school as my foundation, I had never really worn a liquid foundation before. So this was like the first liquid foundation that I ever picked up. And I am going to be using this in the shade Bronze Beige. I should probably shake it up a little bit. And this is that same one. I am a little bit tanner, and also, it hurts. Okay, my outtakes are going to be crazy, I'm sure, with, ooh, it hurts, because I don't know if you guys can see how sunburned I am. And the tag on this shirt is killing me. It's so, just a little bit scratchy, and it just hurts so bad. Anyway, so I'm using Bronze Beige because I am a little bit tanner, sunburned back there to prove that I was out in the sun. Yeah, we're just gonna paint it on today. I am putting this on my neck as well because I'm not tan here, but I'm tan burnt back there, because guess where I managed to put sunscreen and where I did not put sunscreen. The oldest tool that I have, I'm even going into tools here too, is, as you can see, I'm holding up my beauty blender. This is my second one, but it is still the oldest tool that I have. Oh, I think I actually need more foundation. I think it's funny because this is a combo that I used to wear all of the time when I started playing with makeup, like every day, was that mattifying primer and then this Wet n Wild foundation. And I still think it looks really good. Like, what the heck? Definitely not the right color. Oh man, you can really see. Woohoo! Oh my. Well, anyway, when I first started my channel, I was trying out this foundation again because I haven't worn it in a long time, since I have now picked up other foundations that I'm more interested in. And it started to look like absolute crap on my skin. Like, I'm talking 5 hours in, it was so oily and disgusting. What if it was this primer? What if this is like my magical combo and this is what I started out with, and then I trailed away from it when I never should have? All right, we are going to cream contour today because the first cream contour stick that I ever picked up was from Wet n Wild, and it's this Mega Glow dual-ended contour stick. So there is the contour on one side, and then there is this highlighting side, which I've like never used. We're just gonna draw all over. I normally don't draw all over, but what the heck? Why not? I'm just going to use the pointed side. I never really use a beauty blender anymore, but I feel like this is really dry. And I soaked it, I wringed it out like I normally would, and I don't know if I'm just used to like different sponges now. I normally use like the Morphe one. I've kind of been into the Real Techniques one lately, which is kind of random, but I never really use the actual beauty blender anymore. It just feels kind of dry. You know, for putting that contour stick on my skin, and normally like I would pick it up with the sponge and then put it on, for putting it on the skin first, not bad. So the concealers that I have that are the oldest in my collection are my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealers. Now this is my second tube of the shade Fair, and it is way, way down there. I do have a backup of this. And then I also have it in the shade Medium for when I have a little bit of a tan, that way I can mix the two. I am just going to take the medium shade and like dot that right on top of where I put the shade Fair. That was the contour side of my beauty blender. I'm just gonna flip it over and use the clean side. This concealer I still use all the time. Like this is a go-to, this is one of my favorites. I have to say that high school was definitely more of my time to experiment with makeup and like different products, just because that was when YouTube was first starting. And there wasn't very many reviews. It was more tutorials, and everyone just used MAC. Like, that was it. That was all that was out there. Drugstore still sucked, and I didn't have the money to spend on MAC makeup. So yeah, I had makeup from Hot Topic and Laura Geller concealer, L'Oreal shadows, like that's what I used for my eyebrows, was a L'Oreal shadow. There wasn't much experimentation, so then when I got back into makeup, YouTube obviously was huge, reviews were huge, I started watching Tati. I legit took notes on what she liked and didn't like. The items that I picked up are still items that are like awesome today. Like look at that, seriously, my base looks so good right now. The powder that I'm going to set my under eyes with is the CoverGirl Advanced Radiance Powder, and I have this in the shade 110 Creamy Natural, and it looks like this. This was another Tati suggestion, so I'm just going to dip in there. And to be honest, as you can see, like I never use this. I don't know why, I just never really got into it. It's just kind of funny because maybe only, seriously, like 3 weeks ago, have I been into taking a lighter powder to set underneath my eyes and my T-zone, like where I want to pull my face forward. So I've been using the shade Vanilla from my Anastasia contour kit, and then taking a translucent setting powder and setting the rest of my face. So you'll probably be seeing a lot more of this because I really like the way that that looks right now. And then the first translucent setting powder that I ever bought was the Coty Airspun Translucent Extra Coverage. This is somehow my second one of these. How I went through an entire thing of Coty Airspun when I also use Laura Mercier, and I have one by Cover FX. Like, this has so much powder in it. The only thing is that the packaging is so messy. Like you can see on this right here that the powder comes out, so I have to use a rubber band around it whenever I travel. Ooh, it smells. Okay. And I still like this powder. It's mattifying, it's blurring, it's awesome. All right, and the oldest bronzer that I have is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this is just in the shade Bronzer. And I'm taking a nice fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna hit around the perimeter of my face with this. Wow, this smells so good. Ugh. Every time I use it, I like forget how good it smells, and then I use it and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Not that I need like any more color down here, but whatever. You're gonna see a lot of products that I still use today in this video. Really, my oldest products are my eyeshadows, so you're in for a treat once we get there, which will be very soon. Okay, but for blush, you have seen this before. The oldest blush that I have in my collection is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Pearlescent Pink. This is like $3, and again, this was a Tati recommendation. And I don't even think I wore blush before this. I think this was like the first blush that I ever picked up. Fun fact. At least I don't remember wearing blush in high school. Yeah, look how pretty that is. Wow. See, I'm totally still into that. I think I just even used it in a recent video. Yeah, in love. Now for a highlighter. This is where it starts to get good. I have from Laura Geller, this is their baked highlighter in French vanilla. This actually is very similar to the Hourglass ambient lighting palettes, where it's kind of like a powder with color to it, but then it has like a pretty sheen. There it is swatched on my hand. It's actually really pretty. Do they make this anymore? Probably not. Does Laura Geller still exist? I have no idea. And I'm just gonna hit, woo, that is pigmented. I am just going to hit right around here. I'll just hit a little bit in the center of the nose. Cupid's bow, chin. Okay, definitely expired, but it still looks good, right? Like, yeah. Well, I am going to go off camera and do my brows, but the oldest brow products that I have are my Anastasia Soft Brown Brow Powder Duo. So it looks like this, and I'm gonna use the darker shade. And then the oldest brow gel that I have is from Tarte, and it is the Busy Gal Brows, and I have this in the shade medium brown. This was the first brow gel that I ever bought, and it was during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, one of their sales like years ago. That was on sale, so I bought it. And while I'm off camera, I will also be using my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. It's really old. Still using it in every single video though. I do have a backup, I just don't want to grab it yet because there's still product in this one and it still works. So I'm gonna be right back. It's funny because every time that I use a powder, sorry, my dog's moving around on the bed. Anyway, anytime that I use a powder in real life, I'm like, wow, those look so nice. Like, I love my brows today. And then when I go back and look at the footage, I'm like, that looks like kind of patchy, but in real life, I feel like my brows look so good and I'm really, really happy with them. And I hope that it's showing up on camera. Eyeshadow. Okay, I have actually sadly too many old eyeshadows that I couldn't pick out what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to show all of them to you. So this is a roll-on green shadow by Pro Minerals, and it is in the shade Grass. Whoa, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a powder that comes out on a roller, and I remember wearing this for St. Patrick's Day back in high school because I was like that type where I was like, ooh, it's a holiday, any excuse for a smoky eye. This is from Ulta, and it is an extreme wear cream eyeshadow and eyeliner in the shade 106 Almost Famous, and really pretty. It smells bad because this is definitely also from high school, so there's that. Just to give you all an idea, I graduated in 2010, so can't remember if this is from high school or college, but this is the L'Oreal Hip High Intensity Pigment in 914 Intrepid, and it's a loose pigment. This is like a duochrome right there, like brown into green. So this is from Iman Cosmetics, I-M-A-N. It's a luxury eyeshadow duo, and I have this in mixed metals. So this is a copper and a white. This I think I got in like freshman or sophomore year of college, but there's the white. And then we've got the copper side right there. I have a single eyeshadow from The Body Shop, and this I remember I got in 2011. Doesn't even have a shade name. There's that. Very intense. And then this is a Mally Age Rebel eyeshadow. So this is a cream shadow stick. This is really pretty, really nice, metallic. But what do you do with all of these? What look do you do? Okay, so I wasn't going to, but because I don't have a transition shade in my single shadows there, the oldest palette that I have, which probably is what a lot of your oldest palettes are, and that is the original Naked Urban Decay Shadow Palette. We all know what it looks like, and as you can see, Buck was my absolute favorite, still is. We're just gonna jump right in. We're using Buck as our transition shade, and since we're doing a halo eye, I'm really making sure to go from outer to inner corner. and I'm keeping it in this nice round shape. Okay, so with a small brush, we are going to pack on the L'Oreal High Intensity Pigment, and I'm going to put this in the outer and inner corners. And this will be our darkest shade for the halo eye. I'm going to take my Coty Airspun powder on my Beauty Blender and stamp it down here. That way whatever falls out, we can brush it away. White was the wrong color to wear today, let me tell you all. Where the heck do I go from here? Yeah, what I'm going to do is take that green in the roller and put that on the center. And now the L'Oreal pigment looks more like a bluey shift than a greeny shift compared to this shade, so that's good. I'm just taking the other side of that brush and blending that a bit. Now we're going to take, in that Iman Cosmetics, we're going to take the white shade and put that right in the center. I'm taking a clean brush and I'm going to blend those edges. Interesting. All right, we're gonna move on to the lower lash line. I think I wanna take the Ulta Cream Shadow and run that underneath. And then I'm going to use a brush and try to blend it out. I'm gonna work on one eye at a time for this because I don't know how quickly that's gonna dry down. Why does this look kind of cool? What the heck? I think because I'm using like a bunch of colors that I would never normally put together, like these are the only options that I have, it's kind of forcing me to do something a little bit more creative. Let's see, what others can we use? I'm actually going to take the copper shade in this Iman Cosmetics, and I'm going to use that to blend out the lower lash line a little bit more, see if it intensifies it, see if it does anything different. I don't think it will, but you know, why not just use another shade? Oh no, that definitely made it a little bit brighter. I was thinking of throwing this Mally stick into the inner corner. Why not? Oh my god. I didn't think about how this would look with my oldest lipstick. Alright, let's move on to eyeliner. So I have two super old eyeliners. This one is from Mally. Look at this. This is probably just as old as that cream eyeshadow. And then I have this one from Smashbox. Definitely high school or college, just like the rest of this stuff. Ooh, it has like a little bit of sparkle to it. It's like a greeny, goldy sparkle. That's in the shade Antique Gold. And then this one definitely doesn't have a name because look how tiny it is. All right, and that one is right there. I might do the Antique Gold though, since it's that greeny gold, and I think it would like kind of match what's going on up on the eyes. Okay, so I just used this in my waterline and I tightlined with it as well. And for how old this is, this went on surprisingly really well. It took a second to like warm up to my skin, but then once it did, it kind of just went right on. So that's cool. The oldest mascara that I have is my Collab mascara, the Works Wow Effect All-in-One. So I'm going to throw this on quick. I'll come back and then we will throw on the lip. So I did 2 coats on the top and 1 on the bottom. And I still love that mascara. I still use it all the time. Now for the lips. You guys, why does this actually look so... Okay, at least in person it looks good. And I'm about to ruin it. Like, so bad. Okay, so the lip liner that I have is from the same company as this like roller green eyeshadow. And it's in the shade Spice. You know what, let's throw this on and then I'll show you the lipstick that I have. Okay, so like I said, this is for sure from high school. I don't know how it is still like so creamy and amazing. The lipstick that I have is my first ever MAC lipstick. I got this January of 2013. It's my first ever MAC lipstick. It's when I got my first ever MAC 217 brush, which I still have, still use it. But what I was saying is that I did not think about the lip color, because this is in the shade Party Line, right there. It's a really pretty color, but just with this eye look, I'm about to look like freaking Christmas because I have green on my eyes and I'm about to put on like this berry red lip. I don't like it. Okay, there we go. My oldest lipstick. I hate it. Actually, so now you know what my oldest lipstick is, like oldest in my collection. I'm gonna wipe this off and find my next oldest lipstick that will actually look good with this look. So let's do that and regroup. Okay, so I'm back and I have a lip color on. I put this Spice lip liner back on, and then I put on two of my oldest lipsticks that I have. So the first one is this Revlon 130 Rose Velvet. Bullet looks like this, and I have this swatched on my arm right here. So it's definitely one of those like Your Lips But Better shades. I really, really like it. And then right in the center, I used Maybelline's 920 Nude Lust. So that looks like that. And swatched, it is this very light pinky nude shade right here, which I actually just saw Jaclyn Hill use in her quarantine makeup video, which I thought was funny. Like, it's such a classic. So that is what's on my lips right now, is that one topped with that one. The MAC lipstick did stain my lips a little bit for the like 30 seconds that it was on. I wish the lip was toned down a little bit. Actually, to do that, why not? I'm just gonna put the Nude Lust all over. Okay, so this is a full face of all of my oldest makeup. How embarrassing. I don't know why I haven't let go of these products yet, but I haven't. And here we are. Now we have this video. So isn't that fun? It's a lot. Kind of intense. Anyway, okay, I need to stop rambling. That is the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, if you liked it, thought it was entertaining, thought it was fun, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Videos are every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I was going to say that all of these products will be linked in the description box down below, like usual. However, a lot of these things are discontinued, so whatever is still available and still out there, I will have linked down below. And that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and go have a good one. Bye. So the first thing that I'm starting off... what am I trying to say? What am I even talking about? Okay. And... oh my yay. Okay. So I guess when it comes down... so I guess my, like, still today... no. So the first... so... it hurts. Woohoo. Foundation before this, because... okay. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I guess that's why we brought it down the neck. It hurts so bad. This is so dumb. I feel stupid. When I started out, it hurts. I was doing like, it hurts. So the, it hurts. This is so stupid. It hurts. Look at all that. Oh man. There was stuff on my face that whole time. Do you think we could see it?